You, however, were talking to your daughter, I think you said every day.
Correct, just about every day.
And she would tell you that the child was with her or the child was with the nanny?
Not necessarily.
What would she tell you?
She would tell me that she was sleeping or something.
Sleeping or something, meaning
Yeah.
meaning that the child was sleeping where?
I didn't ask her.
Okay. Did it
Taking a nap, or whatever.
Did it cause you concern, though, as the time went on?
Yeah, I missed my granddaughter.
Right.
I had never gone more than 24 hours without seeing Kaylee.
Let me ask you, though, what in your mind was the reason why now on June 15th, now we've got an extended period of time when you're not seeing Kaylee? What in your mind was the reason for that?
In my mind at that time was everything that Casey told me that she was doing.
Meaning that said she was working.
She said she was working. She said she was spending time with friends. She said she was spending time with Kaylee.
And that was totally out of the ordinary, though, from anything that had happened prior.
It was out of the ordinary but long overdue because Casey had never taken a vacation since Kaylee was born. Casey barely would see her friends. She'd go months without seeing friends.
Well, okay. If she wanted to take a vacation, though, couldn't you and your husband have watched Kaylee?
But she wanted to take a vacation with Kaylee.
She told you that. She said, I want to take a vacation with Kaylee.
Yes.
All right, and she told you that on the phone.
At some point, she said that they were spending some time together.
Okay. And, well, did she say, I'm taking a vacation with Kaylee, or did she say, we're spending time together?
She said she's spending time with her.
And so she said that the purpose of her taking the vacation was, in fact, to spend time with Kaylee. That's what she told you?
In essence, yes.
Okay. Now, why then would she need a nanny if she wanted to take a vacation with her daughter?
You're asking for a speculative answer.
I just want to know.
Ask her a specific
Number
question.
one
She'll give
is
it to you, but
what I
it's a speculative question.
I'll answer
and
this question. Bottom line is what you asked me is why would she need a nanny during that time she was taking a vacation? She wouldn't need a nanny during that time she took a vacation. But some of the people that she was with was supposed to have been Zanny during that time.
When you say some of the people she was with were supposed to have been Zanny, what do you mean by that? Are you talking what you're talking about here with
several weeks
Amy?
Several weeks she told me she was with Zanny.
That she was with Zanny herself?
Yes.
Casey was?
Casey and Kaylee was with Zanny.
As part of her vacation, she was going on a vacation with Kaylee and Zanny, but Casey was going to be there with her?
Yes.
All right, so she told you that there were times when Casey and Kaylee and Zanny were all together. That would have been after June 15th, right?
Correct.
Okay. So was there a time later on that you heard that a first version of events that she had dropped off her daughter, Kaylee, at the Sawgrass Apartments? Did you hear that?
Yes.
And you heard that actually around June 15th, right?
No, I heard that on July
I'm sorry,
15th.
ma'am. You're right, July 15th. Okay. So when she was saying that she was talking to you on the phone and saying that she was with Zanny and her daughter, during that time, did you ever talk to your daughter? I mean, your granddaughter?
I already said that.
Okay, so you did not.
Correct.
So during that time when she had been telling you that that Casey was with Zanny and your grandchild, based on what you learned on July 15th, that was not accurate.
Correct.
Okay. Why would she lie to you about that, ma'am?
I don't know.
And how do you reconcile your belief that there was a Zanny person watching this child with the fact that you can't answer that question as to why she would lie to you about that?
I don't know that Casey...
Just answer the question.
What she told me and what I found out was two different things. I don't know Casey's reasons for telling me except that what she told me. She told me she was protecting Kaylee and she's protecting the family. And until this day, I still believe that she's protecting Kaylee and the family.
Okay. Now, but during the time period when you were making many calls, and I think you said you spoke to her every day, your daughter was not telling you the truth about where she was in relation to her daughter, Kaylee. Is that fair to say? Because she was telling you that Zanny was and they were together, but that wasn't accurate or true.
Correct.
All right. So...
but I don't know when that stopped. I don't know what day.
Well, there came a point in time that you and your husband, I'm sure, got more concerned about it. In fact, there was a time that your husband basically saw Casey and kind of chased after her, saw her in the car, kind of chased after her. Did you understand that?
Yeah, and he was wrong on the dates of that. That was actually in April or May because Kaylee was with me when George went after Casey that day. So George was wrong on his dates.
Was it your understanding that he saw her during this time period or not?
He saw Casey during the time period, but he never followed Casey. The statement that he made that he followed Casey on the expressway, and when we went through E-Pass, it wasn't there. And I told him, I said, if you recall the night that you followed Casey, Kaylee was with me in the living room because we were sitting coloring when he took off.
Okay. How about the statement that she tried to prevent him from getting into the trunk? Was that an accurate statement to your knowledge?
I have no idea. Wasn't there, sir.
Okay. So, in April, let me just follow up on that. In April, when he saw her and was following her, what was that all about?
You'd have to ask my husband.
Okay. Well, you've said to me that was in April, so you became aware that it was in April. What were the circumstances, to your understanding, as to why he was doing that?
I'm going to object to that. It calls for information that's privileged, marital privilege.
Okay. Was anybody else present when the statement was made?
What statement? What statement?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, let me ask it this way. Was there any conflict going on that would have caused your husband to chase around Casey back in April?
You'd have to ask George.
Are you aware of any?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So did that strike you as odd that George was chasing Casey in April as opposed to this time period when you were out kind of looking for her?
I found out about that after the fact. Okay? I found out that about him going after Casey.
What was your understanding why he was going after her?
I have no idea.
Same objection. Okay.
Yeah, you have no idea. So, but does it strike you as odd then that he would have been chasing after her if you're not aware of any conflict?